I might have a pre-con problem. Over the last 3 years, after being out of Magic the Gathering for 18 years, I decided to get back into Magic the Gathering, and the best way for me to find a lot of cards that a lot of other people already had was pre-cons. A lot of these deck boxes are actually completely empty now, because a lot of them I just bought for the pieces, but there's others like the Lord of the Rings and the Fallout decks that I decided to keep together because I really like the decks, and the Bloomburrow decks because they're fairly new and I really like them. But all the other decks have made a very nice catalog for me to have a bunch of staples and cards that people already have if they have been playing for the last 10 years or longer, which I didn't have as a fairly new player. So I'm actually slowly taking all of them apart and then stacking them here so that I can use them all for pieces later. And you gotta love the Pringled Commander cards. And really, I like to keep some of these precons as is because it gives me a precon to give to a friend that maybe hasn't played a lot of Magic the Gathering. So they can use a, Bloomburrow Commander and play with it without having to, know all the intricacies of a brand new deck that's not a precon. I might actually have to do a series where I grade every single one of these precons. I've played with all of them except for the new precons that we got from Aether Drift. Those I'm going to play with this week. But would you guys be interested if I started grading all the precons that I've bought and played with? Honestly, outside of having precons just for new people to play with or to buy precons so that you can get all the staples from them, it's really nice trying these different decks because there's a lot of these decks that I would never personally build or never personally play, but since Magic the Gathering made them for us, I get to try them out and try different color schemes and different ways to play the game that I may not have already played, or decided never to play, or would never really like to play. And some of these, I would never like to play again. At the same time, there's some of these that I really, really enjoy, and they made me play and make decks that I never thought I would build, especially the Mirko Obsessive Theorist. I really love that Dimir gets stuff from the graveyard and Surveil deck. That's one of my favorite decks, even though I know it could be blown out of the water by a lot of these decks. What's your overall feeling on precons? Should I grade these precons? I don't know. Rank them out of, I don't know how many there are, 50 here, and then see what comes out on top?